folks. This is Book Talk with Corbin. I'm your host. I'm going to make a brief book review here, book recommendation actually. It's a book called Black Titan, A.G. Gaston and the Making of a Black American Millionaire. This gentleman was a contemporary of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and other brothers in the movement at that time, Andrew Young, Jesse Jackson, and many others. And he was a great entrepreneur out of Alabama, faced a lot of tremendous obstacles. Those obstacles did not prevent him from moving forward and becoming a very, very successful entrepreneur. I'm not going to talk specifically about the book, other than to say I strongly urge everyone and anyone to read it, Black Titan. Particularly urge white conservatives to read it. I find that many times white conservatives are woefully ignorant about some aspects of Black history. And one aspect that they're really oftentimes ignorant about is the role Black business people have played in the progress and development of Black folk in the United States of America. Of course, many young Black Americans are ignorant about Black entrepreneurs and Black business owners and Black conservatives, etc. And that's because there is a very obvious liberal left-wing domination over the teaching and the interpretation of Black history in the United States of America. It's rather obvious. So more has to be done to counter that. And one way to counter that is to be reading books that you're not going to find in too many Black studies, Afro-American, African-American studies departments in the United States of America today. He's not going to find it there because most of those departments are left-leaning. And so they deliberately blot out Black conservatives, Black entrepreneurs, Black business owners. Much like the same way Joseph Stalin, once he came to power, he just started blotting out of history those he did not agree with, wrote them out of history. And that's what the Black left is doing in the United States of America and has been doing for the longest time. So it's real important that you get these kind of books, Black Titan, A.G. Gaston, and the Making of a Black American Millionaire. It's very important you get it, you read it, so that you have a better, clearer understanding about history and the accomplishments of Black folk in America. We got too many Blacks, including right here in Louisville, Kentucky, whine and cry about some stuff that happened 400 years ago. I sometimes feel like saying, is that the way you view our people? We're just perpetual victims? 400 years? Are you serious? Really? And after 400 years, and if you still haven't gotten what you think that this country owes you, I would consider leaving. Consider going somewhere else. And we've made tremendous progress as a people in this country. We've done amazing accomplishments as a people in this country. Black folk, we have the highest standard of living. Black folk in America have the highest standard of living anywhere in the world. It's right here. There's a Black man who is the leader of the free world, president, not a one-term president, but a two-term president. How many nations do you find that person who's from a 13, 15% minority is leading the nation? You still ain't going to find anything like that in some of the African nations. You can see that in Britain, Canada, just here in the United States. Now we've had a Black president. We skipped over VP. Didn't even stop there. But the one thing where the left, the neo-Marxists, the revolutionary left, and the closet socialists, is the tremendous economic progress we have made as a people in this country. The tremendous economic accomplishments we've made as a people in this country. And we have so much more to do, guys and women. And fortunately, we got a lot of Black entrepreneurs out there like, and he did all those Medea things. Look what that man has accomplished. It's amazing. Look at all the jobs he's offering. Look at all the careers he's helped. Okay? I'm sorry, but that guy provided more employment for Black folk than any W. Du Bois. Period. That's just a fact. I'm sorry. That's just a fact. You know, you look at someone like this rap guy, Master P. Go to YouTube, youtube.com, put in Master P, and listen to some of this man's lectures. And he's talking about entrepreneurship and ownership. He's provided more employment than a lot of these wannabe King Jr. ministers here in Louisville and other places. And tremendous economic opportunity for black folk, white folk, Latino folk. We got to look at this. A.G. Gaston, a lot of respect for Malcolm X and King Jr. and Du Bois, but A.G. Gaston, how many people did those guys employ? A.G. Gaston, one of his companies, employed more people, and all three of those people put together employed them, gave them an opportunity to provide for their family, their respective families, gave them an economic career opportunity. We really need to start rejecting this left-wing, socialist, neo-Marxist nonsense, more and more infiltrating our community, the black community, and leading us astray. Marxists, neo-Marxists, so-called democratic socialists, they're just hijacking us, hijacking our people, and hiding our accomplishments. They're just hijacking us, using us for their own authoritarian, self-destructive ends. We don't need to be on that socialist path. We will always have a few of our intellectuals into that stuff. That's fine. That's theory. That's intellectual stuff. That's good to talk about, to bring up. That's wonderful. People like Cornel West and Hubert Harrison, the late Dr. Manny Melvin, phenomenal intellectuals, clearly left-wing. I'm sorry. Practical, day-to-day stuff, next generation stuff, 2-3 generations down the road. We need more people like A.G. Gaston. We need more people like that guy who did all those Medea films. We need more people like Booker T. Washington, Reginald Lewis. That's what we need. We got a lot of black entrepreneurs right now that are really just doing sole proprietorships. We need companies. We need more black companies capitalized and that are actually offering other people jobs, career opportunities, income opportunities. We need more of that. And that's what we're going to get. That's what we can get in the free enterprise economy. The social stuff, that's just theory. That's just intellectual wickety whack. And that's fine. But that's not going to help us close on our backs, food in our stomach, roof over our heads. That's not going to help us build generational family wealth. All that socialist nonsense is just that. It's nonsense. Marxism is one of the most discredited political philosophies walking around today. How it still has any type of support in the 21st century is beyond me. But that's fine. But what's not fine is that we try to apply that nonsense. It's failed as a system. Some people say, oh, no, that's wrong. It hasn't failed. Oh, yes, it has. We'd be more than happy to sit down and explain it to you again. Go from one historical example to another. But I tell you what hasn't failed is our black entrepreneurs. We are time and time again, and often against tremendous odds. Tyler Perry, that's what I'm talking about. Go to YouTube and look at Tyler Perry's background, what that man had to overcome to accomplish what he did. Go to YouTube and look up A.G. Gaston. Look at all that man had to overcome. Even Oprah Winfrey. I don't even like Oprah Winfrey. I don't like the politics at all. But as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, she's utterly amazing. Can't deny that. Look at all the opportunities she's pushing for wealth, pushing for vision. Look at all the jobs she's offering people, career opportunities, everything. You go on and on and on. And I'm telling you, the future of black people in the United States of America is a road called capitalism. It's a road called free enterprise. We need more black capitalists. We need more black entrepreneurs. I've just recently learned about a black man. I think his name is Robert Williams. He's deep into the stock market. That man's making a tremendous amount of money with stock investing. I may be wrong on that. You need to call me out on that if I'm wrong. Do that research and see. But I do know a young black man who's written a lot of books on stock investing. He actually invests in the stock market, has a nice portfolio, and educates a lot of people. I know of another guy called Wall Street Trapper. Learned about him on YouTube. He's really into the stock market, teaching people about the stock market, teaching people how to be successful in the stock market. Young black man. He's had to overcome a lot in his background. I just want to conclude this by saying this. Look, read this. These kind of books you need to be reading, black folk, white folk, Americans, patriots, Black Titan. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend people going to youtube.com and putting in Black Titan or A.G. Gaston. Should be able to pull up interviews of the two authors. Phenomenal book. This is Book Talk with Corbin.